Hello survivors, welcome back to another ball pit video. Today we are going to be using the empty nester and we're also going to be using our dear friend makeshift Sisyphus. I've got a really interesting one. There's been a long time I've been trying to do like weird and wonderful things using lightning rod, and in the most recent update they actually buffed it to the point where you can now use AOE skills, and those AOE skills are going to work on the characters. On lightning rod, so we get the magic staff nice and early. It's fine not getting a third ball because only the earth ball is going to be hitting enemies right now, but what we are going to be doing is we are going to be fusing ghost and earth together, and that's going to help us get what we need. We're going to grab dynamite because it is a lot of damage, and then we need the iron ball as well. Again, iron ball not going to do any damage, so actually getting iron ball right now is bad, but we should be fine. All it does is it's another ball that we can't really do damage with at the moment. So we need lightning and we need the light ball as well. Lightning, light and dark, but again, most of them are balls that we can't use, so we will just reroll once. Okay, it didn't give us the other balls. Okay, we already need our first fusion, and that's going to save us. What we are going to fuse in the very beginning is the earth and ghost, and it should help us deal a lot more damage in the very beginning. So that's going to help us get out of this mess that we're in. The beginning's a bit rough, but once you get everything that you need, it starts to pull together. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go and fuse them. The evolution's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the fusion. So there we go. Ghost Earth, and there we go. So now we've got less balls to worry about. At least a majority of the 50% chance of getting the balls are actually going to be doing damage, where Iron Ball just doesn't. And if we can pick up Lightning now, we'll be in an even better position. I'm going to grab the Wretched Onion because it does do damage for us. It also apparently now scales on area damage, so that's going to be very helpful. And we're just banishing random balls. This does help us with flash, but I think they nerfed it, like shadow nerfed it, because when I played with it, it wasn't working properly. Okay, we do need a light ball, but I would have liked to have had the ball I'm looking for instead. There we go, thank you. Okay, we need one more level before we pick this up. So I can get the evolution. Alright, perfect. So now we don't have a useless lightning ball either anymore. So we've got lightning rod, now we just need flash, so we need a dark ball. Also, what's going to be very good here is if we can pick up AOE, I mean not AOE, the ghostly caress, so that balls can go through enemies. The only reason I say that's going to be very good for us is because we want the balls to hit as many enemies regardless. Oh, we could use sun. You know what, the ball's there. Let's use sun. I was gonna use flicker, but sun should have the same effect, and also sun is going to deal damage as well. So this is probably actually a lot better for us because sun deals more damage than the flicker does. So it's gonna help us do that extra bit of damage that's necessary for even for the bosses and things like that. So grab that, we need to level it up, although we should have leveled up the sun first, I mean the burn orb, so that we could get that juicy, get the evolution now. But we should find a level up before we defeat this guy. Also, by the way, if he defeats you at the very end of the round, like at the very bottom, and you don't get the chance to defeat these little guys, you don't get the fusion from them, the reactor. So make sure you have enough damage to actually defeat the boss at the very end there, otherwise you're going to be in a very bad spot. Okay, sun orb, let's go. we do get the double level up, so we can level up Sun. Beautiful. So now we just need that last reactor, and that's going to be it. Then we can just look for not AOE, but maybe some crit. So maybe crit in the same column. So if we are wanting to focus down a specific enemy, then we can do that. But let's just grab as many levels. It can be confirmed, so pay attention for when we level up the next time. We'll use this quickly just so you can maybe pay more attention to it. 30% chance when increase. Okay, that's perfect. So when we level up again, what you can do is you can just pay attention to above our character's head. It actually tells you which one of these upgrades you get. So previously I was like, oh no, which one did it upgrade? If you pay attention, it actually tells you. So there it leveled up intelligence. So just a little bit of interesting fact, you know, you can, oh goodness, ow. That was bad. I did not expect to be sandwiched like that. Okay, very silly of me. But yeah, so every time you level up now, it does actually tell you the stat that you gain, which is pretty cool. I think because we lost a life there at that specific time, we lost out on the one reactor. There should have been another one, but as you can see, there we go. Alright, perfect. So we're going to fuse lightning rod and sun. And now what's going to happen is the area of effect from the sun is also going to inflict the status effects from lightning rod. Now the status effect is planting the lightning rod into the enemy, and that deals 17 to 700 damage up to 8 nearby enemies. It's going to affect the entire board as long as sun burns those enemies. So we don't even need to hit them, and you'll notice that they'll have that lightning rod on them. So previously I said no, we need Ghostly Curious, but we actually don't need it. It would have been nice because then the sun orb would have been out more often. But now you're going to see, even if we don't hit enemies, I don't know, you can't actually see it because of the blind icon. But even if you don't hit enemies, you're still going to get that lightning rod effect on them, which is really cool, at least in my opinion. Okay, so there's crit to blind enemies, and then we just need a... Oh, there we go, pressure valve works perfectly fine. And there we have it. So obviously AOE balls and things like that aren't as strong as your hemorrhage or curse or things like that, but this is still definitely really, really fun to mess around with. So there we go, boss down. I mean, it wasn't bad, it's just not like insanely strong. Obviously you can go overgrowth, but like I said, that counts towards the balls similar to your hemorrhage and curse as well. So overgrowth, hemorrhage, curse, those are the three strongest balls in the game. But obviously we want to try and mess around with other things. And you can just see all the lightning going off everywhere, even though the ball isn't necessarily hitting all those enemies. So pretty cool. I love the change. The only thing they pushed it, the lightning damage to be similar to like lightning in PoE, where you've got a very low minimum and a very high maximum damage. But the problem with that is this game doesn't have anything where you can roll your damage to be lucky, or you can't roll your damage, your lightning damage to happen, to roll twice, or to be the higher damage number. So unlike your ARPGs where they use lightning and you have the opportunity to roll that into being a stronger skill, this one it's all RNG as to how much damage it's going to do to the enemy. Maybe in the future, maybe they got something planned where where the ball's damage will roll more than twice and it will take the highest outcome. I mean, that is actually true for a lot of the balls. So all of them have that 160 to 302 or 18 to 711, 142 to 2. That, you know, all of it has a damage roll. So it would be cool if those damage rolls, if you had a passive or a ball or something that rolled the damage multiple times and it took the highest value number. I don't know, you guys can give me what you think about that. You can even call the passive like Lucky Coin or something. Yeah, I think this is going to be a relatively long boss fight, to be honest. We don't have... actually, our damage isn't bad. It's not crazy, though. Also, by the way, the dragon can't fire behind him. So you can literally stand above it, behind his head. But I think this is a bug, because usually you can't actually go this high in boss fights. But it only works on this boss. Oh, there we go, he shot behind himself. But his other ability, he can't shoot behind himself, so... Also, does this make our balls deal more damage if we fire it through the fire? Anyway, because we have the sun orb, we actually want to be pretty far down, because the longer the sun orb is out, the more damage it's going to be doing and applying, so... It just makes sense to not be in the way of anything else. Getting pretty unlucky bounces with the sun orb. But there you go. That was a pretty easy boss fight. It didn't take us that long to defeat him either. We almost got another level on our Syphilis over there. But holy moly, the lightning orb. There we go with 7 million damage, 14k DPS. I'm really happy that they updated it. So that was a really cool change that they made. It really made things do a lot more damage. Pretty okay damage coming from the onion over there, but I really thought it would have been doing more damage, especially with the makeshift. I thought they changed it, but maybe it's still bugged or something. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the lightning rod video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.